Hey, welcome back. Today we are continuing on with my HRT journey. And this is such an important one because if you've ever tried hormone replacement or you're thinking about it, or maybe you've tried it and thought this is just not for me, well, I want to gently challenge that today. Welcome back to Renewed and Radiant. I'm Elsa Martin, functional nutritionist, specializing in women's hormones and helping you design a life you love. So what I've learned through my own journey and through working with so many women is this, that HRT is not a one-time decision. It is a journey. And very rarely is your dosage perfect right out of the gate. So here's where things start to go wrong for so many women. Most doctors and practitioners are relying on blood work or a single point urine or saliva test. And the problem is that only shows what your hormones are doing in that exact moment in time, one snapshot. But us ladies, we're not static. Especially as women over 40, you probably know that our hormones can fluctuate significantly throughout the day. Morning to afternoon to evening, it can look completely different. So if you're making decisions about something as powerful and important as your hormones, based on one single snapshot, you're missing the full picture. And this is where I see so many women either over-medicated or under-medicated. So let's talk about over-medication at first, because this one is more common than people think. What often happens is women are started on too much estrogen. And then what do they experience? Things like breast tenderness, sharp, even shooting pains in their breast, spotting, irritability, mood swings, and just generally feeling off or not like themselves. And then they think, well, these hormones aren't for me. This just isn't working for me. But the truth is not that the hormones aren't necessarily right for you. It's that your balance is off. You see, it's not just about estrogen and it's not just about progesterone. It's about the relationship between the two together. And that ratio matters really more than anything. So when estrogen is too high, especially if your body is not detoxing it properly, that's where we start to see an increased risk for these symptoms, but also for things like breast cancer, uterine cancer, and other hormone-driven issues. So yes, this very much matters. And this is not something to guess with. Now, on the flip side, some women are under-medicated and they just don't get the relief that they've been looking for. But my philosophy and what I've seen work best is this. I prefer to start someone low and then build up as needed, because your body will tell it what it needs. And when you're paying attention and you're supported properly with coaching and guidance, you can dial this in beautifully. So let me share what this looked like for me. I started with, of course, bioidentical all the way, but I did the estrogen patch at 50 and progesterone at 100. And I felt okay. And the conversation I had with the doctor that was filling in for my doctor to get that initial HRT was interesting. You can listen to that episode. I'll link it here. So I was feeling okay, but not optimal. And if I'm going to do this, I want to feel optimal. So I started noticing a bit of breast tenderness, some irritability, headaches, and just the sense that something isn't quite right. So instead of ignoring it, I've learned to listen to my body, and then I discussed it with my doctor, and I let him know that I wanted to increase my progesterone to 200 and keep my estrogen the same, for more of a balance there. And that shift really changed everything for me, because now the balance between estrogen and progesterone is right where it needs to be at this time. And I can honestly say I feel amazing. Calm, clear, energized, balanced, and really the very best part is my sleep is so wonderful, so restful. I wake up feeling good, feeling rested, and ready to go for the day. But again, it didn't happen perfect on day one. It was a process. And I just want to remind you of something that I shared before. The biggest reason that I chose HRT isn't just how I feel today, but it's about prevention. Because when estrogen drops, as it does in menopause, we see increased risk of bone loss, muscle loss, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes. So for me, yes, feeling great now is really important, but also about longevity, strength, quality of life, not just getting through the day. And I want to share a story with you because this is really where it comes to life. One of my clients, Lihani, when she came to me, she felt completely stuck. She couldn't lose weight no matter what she tried. Her energy was so low, she didn't even want to get out of bed in the mornings. She was starting to slip into a depression. And what broke my heart the most was when she shared with me that she feels like she's missing out on life, missing out on time with her teenagers, missing out on experiences, just not feeling like herself. So we did my comprehensive 24-hour hormone testing on her, and what we found was that her estrogen was through the roof. Despite being in the age of perimenopause, menopause, still her estrogen was through the roof. Why? Because she had been put on estrogen by her doctor and then never retested. No follow-up, no adjustments, no one asking her about her symptoms. And she had all the classic signs of high estrogen. So this is what we did. We brought her estrogen back down to where it should be, and that's it. And the transformation was incredible. The weight started coming off, her energy came back. She started running again, which she loved to do. She was showing up with her family again. And even her husband said, "You're back." Everyone noticed, not just physically, because yes, the weight dropped off. She developed muscle. She looks amazing, but also in her presence, her mood, her energy. And that's what this is about. So how do we actually do this properly? Comprehensive hormone testing. This is what I use with my clients. The lab sends the kit directly to your home. You pee on 5 strips throughout the day over a full 24-hour period. You package it up and send it back. And what we get back from the lab is an 8-page detailed breakdown of your body. We see estrogen, progesterone, cortisol patterns, androgens, detox pathways, even insights into your brain, your kidneys, and your gut function. It is literally like pulling back the curtain to see exactly what is going on inside your body. No guessing, no wasted time, no wasting money on supplements hoping that something works. Because we see exactly what your body needs and what it doesn't, and where the imbalances are, so that you're not ever over medicating or under medicating or taking things that you don't even need. So if you take anything from this today, let it be this. Your body is not broken. It just needs the right information and the right balance. Hormone replacement is not for everybody, but it can be incredibly powerful, but only when it's done intentionally and intelligently, and with the full picture in mind. And if you've tried it before and it didn't work, please don't write it off just yet, because it might not have been the hormones, it might just have been the approach. So if this resonates with you, if you feel like something is off, if you're tired of guessing, I want to invite you to reach out, because this is exactly what I help women with. Getting clarity, getting answers, and getting their body working with them again. And if you know another woman who needs to hear this, please share this episode with her. And be sure to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching my Renewed and Radiant podcast. Let's go design a life we love.